Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we've been decoding South America, moved 1,500 miles east, and we got miles and kilometers and meters and yards and feet and inches and centimeters. And we probably don't have it all, by the way. I mean, I'm sure they used more if this is in fact quantum computer code. But I think it's good enough, and we've got this to go through uh, stock market, finance, genetics, and now we're on medical. And your numbers are going to be 150024140162414016264 00007920000388496285340009000 8534009504000. All right. And by the way, coming back, I forgot to mention this last time, but coming back, um, going forward, there's 4 zeros that we run, and coming back, there's 4 zeros that we run. And I don't run them, once you run them forward, you don't have to run them back. And I could flip the order and run them in different orders, but this is so long that I'm not doing that. All right. I'm trying to make it as short as possible. So coming back, and also 000 and 040 run. So you don't have quite as much coming back. We could if we wanted to go there, but like I said, this is so long we're not doing that. So starting with 1500, and this time I did only write 2 down, guys. There's a lot more, but I'll provide the links, the searches. So we're in medical now, and 1500 ends up being health insurance claim form 1500. All right. You also get 1500 is Mott Children's Hospital, and that's part of an address. I think we got that in genetics as well. So that's kind of interesting. Then if you move on from that, you got 2414, which ends up being Miltex PM-2414 McKesson Medical Surgical. And we got them quite a few times. We've gotten them in the past. They seem to supply medical equipment from what I can gather of them, all right? Mostly. But also 2414 is Rosin's Emergency Medicine Concepts and Clinical Practices. And clinical practice, excuse me, and there's more. But we're going to move on and move on to 0162 is our next numbers, and that ends up being FY 2021 budget submission, Veterans Affairs, Medicare obligations. And 0162 also ends up being 0162 computerized tomography, coronary angiography, and angiography. Medical necessity and documentation requirements. And there's more. But we're going to move on to 4140, and 4140 is Magnum Medical. 10-4140 Medical Instruments, Wesco. All right, 4140 is also Smith's Medical 4140, McKesson Medical Surgical. So there they are again. And 4140 is also oversight of Department of Defense, hospital, and medical logistics. All right. And there is more, but I'll provide the links, and we're going to move on to 1624, which ends up being text S.1624 111th Congress Medical Bankruptcy Fairness Act. You also get 1624 is Cardinal 1624 McKesson Medical Surgical again, and there's more. But we're going to move on to 001, which ends up being Cedar Park Regional Medical, and that's part of a medical center, and that's part of an address. You also get ARC Medical Plaza, Specialty Austin Regional Clinic, plus more. But we're going to move on to 6264, which ends up being Ross's Principles of Transfusion Medicine. You also get 6264 William Rendell, MD, Premier Health. And there is more. But we're going to move on to 0000. So there it is going forward. That's why we don't hit it going back, guys. And that ends up being Hidden Curricula of Medical Education, a scooping review. So they can hit quite a bit of stuff with that. And 0000 also ends up being Covenant Healthcare. And there's more, but we're going to move on to 7920, which ends up being SDI Diagnostics 29-7920-300 in McKesson Medical Surgical again. 7920 also ends up being Federal Register Annual Index, and that deals with medical devices. And there's more. But we're going to move on to 0003, and that ends up being Church Health Medical Clinic, Nutrition, Education, and Wellness. And then there's so much more than this, guys. But really, if I sat there and wrote it all down, it'd be longer. It'd be everything with 22 minutes plus. Because there's plenty in these numbers, all right? 0003 is also HSCI medical terminology at Sierra College. So there's another college they can hit. And there is more. But we're going to move on to 8849, which ends up being Sanitas OCOEE. Sanitas Medical Center. It's part of an address. You also get NBAA Federal Excise Taxes Guidelines and that deals with emergency medical services, and there's more. But we're going to move on to 6285, which ends up being Globe Scientific, 6285 McKesson Medical Surgical again. 6825 is also Michigan Legislature, House Bill 6285, and they deal with medical stuff. And I put one more down. You also get Rheumatology Clinics Division of Rheumatology at the University of Washington, and there is more. But we're going to move on to 3400, which ends up being California Code of Regulations, Title 8, Section 3400, Medical Services and First Aid. You also get Barnes Family Medical Clinic as part of an address, and there's more. But we're going to move on. I'll provide the links to 0950, which ends up being gastroenterology Care Center, Baylor College of Medicine. It's part of a phone number, so there's Baylor again. We had them in the genetics came up quite a bit. Then you got 0950 is FS Ketamine, SPAVATO, SPR, Spravato, Medical, Clinical, Policy Bulletins. And there is more, but we're going to move on to 040, which ends up being Arizona Clover Health Choice, PPO 040. You also get RCW 70.168.040, Emergency Medical Services and Trauma Care System. And there's more. But we're going to move on to 000, which ends up being News 000, All Research News 000, UM Medical School. And 000 also ends up being Annual Report, Volume 2, page 2049, University of Nashville. And so there's another university they can hit, and there's more, but we're going to move on, and that gets you through going forwards. Now we're coming back. You don't have to hit 000 again. You don't have to hit 040 again. They're the same. Or the 4 zeros about midway through. We skip those too because they just come up again. So you start with 5900, and that ends up being 5900 health. 5900 is also compiled laws of the Senate of Michigan medical, and this deals with medical society, and there's more, but we're going to move on to 0435, and that ends up being medical and related science thesaurus. 0435 also ends up being clinical trial study number 0435 RTOG, and there's more, but we're going to move on to 8269, and that ends up being Posey 8269 and McKesson Medical Surgical again. So, we're getting a lot of those. We're getting them a lot here. And 0435, wait, that was 8269, excuse me, also ends up being Northside Family Medicine as part of a fax number, and there's more. But we're going to move on to 4883, which ends up being Dynar X 4883 McKesson Medical Surgical. Again, you also get 4883 Law Section, and that deals with veterinary medicine, which we had forest stuff, right? So that kind of makes sense, I guess. And there's more, but we're going to move on to 2970, which ends up being Healthcare Logistics 2970 McKesson Medical Surgical. Again, you also get Behavioral Health and Developmental Services laws, and deals with laws, and there's more. But we're going to move on to 0004, which ends up being Obstructive Sleep Apnea in Adults Medical Clinical Policy, and it's a policy number. You also get 0004 Allied Healthcare 31-10-0004 McKesson Medical Surgical again, and there's more, but we're going to move on. And now you got 6261, which ends up being Cardinal 6261 McKesson Medical Surgical, and that ends up being a urinary drain bag Dover, whatever those are. I know what a urinary drain bag is, I think. I just don't know what a Dover is. But also 6261 ends up being University Medicine Pediatric Specialty Clinic. And there is more, but we're going to move on once again to 0414. That ends up being Lassen Medical Clinic, Red Bluff, California. Dignity Health is part of a phone number. 0414, you also get HOD Medical Marijuana Certification Center, Detroit, and that's part of a phone number. And a disclaimer, in this particular search, there is, and maybe in some of the others as well, Cerveza-bug. Information. Why not? We don't believe it. We're not spreading it. View it at your own discretion. Read it at your own discretion. Not mine, because mine calls BS on the whole thing. So, at your own discretion, read those. But we're going to move on now. 2610 ends up being section 46.2610 medical, gas, oxygen, and respiratory related equipment. 2610 also ends up being Goldman Cecil Medicine, and that's an ebook, and there's more. But we're going to move on to 4142, which ends up being Smith's Medical 4142, McKesson Medical Surgical again. And 4142 also ends up being Logo Pill Images 4142. And there's more. But and we've got those before, by the way, and we're going to move on to 0051, and that's the last four numbers coming back. That ends up being Bariatric Surgery, CIGNAFORHCP.com. medical coverage policy, and that's a policy number. All right, 0051 also ends up being PR23-0051, medical marijuana, ingestible items rulemaking. And you also get with those, it was 0051, North American Rescue ZZ-0051, McKesson Medical Surgical again. So they got hit pretty hard. And I'm saying they got hit pretty hard. So far, we found our quantum network users, and that gets you through going forward and backwards, guys, in medical. But so far, we've been finding them in the letters, not the numbers. The numbers were just icing on the cake. The see if anything changes our mind at this point. It used to be something different, but it's been our old process got discarded. All right, and so right now, I'm not really looking for a quantum network user in the numbers. Now that could change. When we get to the letters, if we don't see the pattern, we'll have to go back and look at the numbers and say, okay, the numbers were left first. We'll have to find something in here or nothing at all. But right now I'm expecting to find those still in the letters. We're just doing it backwards. All right. But I could be wrong. So I guess we'll see how this goes from here on out. But that's medical. We'll hit chemical next, followed by laboratories and research groups, technology, and random hits, and then we will convert these all into letters and start over and hopefully find a quantum network suspect. So, and I apologize, these are taking longer. I'm a little busy, and these things take a really long time. I just got this done tonight, so I figured I'd try to get this out today. But it'll probably be a day or two or three before the next one comes out. Plus, we're trying to get a place, a different place. So, and that'll make things better as well, and also faster if we do that. So there's a few things going on, and that there's reasons that these aren't coming out as fast. But look no farther than how long it is, and some of the other things going on, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. So hopefully, though, within the next few days, we'll get the chemical search out. That'll be next. So seems like there was something else I wanted to mention, but I think we're going to let this video go at that. So for now, guys, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. And by the way, if you're still with me and you get anything out of these videos, please thumb up. Help us out a little bit. And thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your interest. And we'll see what we get out of chemical next. So for now, you guys have a great rest of your evening. Oh.